Heyo and welcome to NinjaBill Reviews, and today we're going to be taking an excited look, and I am excited, to look at the Transformers Legacy Leader Class Laser Optimus Prime. And we'll start by looking at the packaging, and here it is. This looks fantastic. I like the box. I don't like that there isn't a window to view it, a clear plastic window to view it through, but, you know, is what it is. I mean, but look at this box, and yeah. That's fantastic. You see leader class. Great artwork going on there. Robot mode, alt mode. Says Transformers up the side. You've got the Karatomi. You've got the Generations logo on this side. You've got more of that fantastic artwork going on there. Boom, on the other side. You've got some other artwork going on. Prime, Hot Rod, RC, Blaster, Cybertron. That is Earth going on right there. You got Bulkhead going on right there, Authentic going on right there. On the back, you've got your product shots, Laser Optimus Prime. There's his base mode, there's his alt mode, there's his robot mode. Takes 30 steps to achieve this, from this to this, or this to this. Extra steps to achieve that, like 2. 3 steps, really. 4 steps. Yeah, 4 steps. There's the bottom. There's the top. Pretty cool. Get rid of that, and we'll lower our camera and take a look at this fantastic toy, because I dig it. I dig it a lot. It's cool. Okay, it has its problems. I'm not going to say it doesn't have them. It does, but we'll get around to it. Overall, I like this toy. It does have its issues, but overall, I like this toy, and I do recommend it, and I cannot wait for the inevitable Scourge repaint that we're going to get from this, and hopefully maybe even a Toxitron. So, you know, that'd probably be like a Pulse exclusive or something, you know. I would hope we get a Toxitron out of it. If not, we're still getting that Scourge. Word is, I don't know if it's true, but word is it's going to be a Walmart exclusive. So there you go. But anyway, here he is, and he looks pretty cool. He looks pretty cool. Quick comparison, we'll just get that out of the way before we start looking at individual characters. We will bring in Earthrise Optimus Prime, and there it is. We'll bring this down a bit more. There we go. Bring this down a bit more. There we go. And yeah, there they are together. And he is a bit longer. However, take the trailers off real quick here. He is longer. He is longer, obviously, because he is, you know, got the nose going on here. This is a cab over. This is extended. So, you know, there you go. So, is longer and a bit taller. Just a bit. So, pretty cool. And let's see here. Now the trailers themselves, let's bring down the jacks here. Bring this down. There you go. That's the jack. That's how you pull that down, so it's freestanding. Anyway, here's the Earthrise trailer. Here is this. The trailer is almost a quarter of an inch taller than this, and it is like an 1/8 of an inch longer. So, yeah, there you go. 1/8 of an inch longer. Just some facts there. 1/8 of an inch longer, and about 1/4 of an inch taller than that. So, there you go. For quick comparisons, you know, and there you go. Stack that. Friend of mine, Triple R, great channel in his own right. I suggest you check out his content, but he was talking about maybe making a kit so you could, because these are kind of like pup trailers because they're so short, you know, instead of being really long, what we would call a pup trailer, getting a piece to where you can then dogtail them, and, you know, you can be pulling doubles, like, you know, like this, have the trailers like that, so and one of the primes could be pulling doubles, so, you know, hey, awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Anyway, we will get rid of that. Get that out of the way. Put that back there. Put this back here. Boom, we'll get this prime out of the way. Still one of my favorite primes. Get him out of the way. And we will bring in a classic a classic toy. Give me a second. And we'll bring in Scourge. Boy, oh boy, he's big. There we go. We'll bring in Scourge. We'll raise this camera up there. We'll have to turn him around, and this is based on the original G2 Optimus Prime mold. They reused it for car robots, and this is the Scourge, and yeah, you can see clearly how much bigger the original toy was. So, lots bigger. The G2 Laser Prime, of course, wouldn't have been this chrome here. It would have been sort of this gray color here, and the big Laser Optimus Prime sticker going, or Optimus Prime sticker going on across the tank. So, you know, that's an obvious difference. It would have looked much like this, you know. Up here, you got the reds and the blues and whatnot. So, yeah, so this has a lot more accessories than this thing has, I gotta tell you. I'm slightly disappointed that we didn't get as many accessories, because this thing has pump rockets, has a bellows where you can shoot off a missile inside of it. You have discs up here that you can shoot out, and when you turn this knob, it shoots out these discs. If I can get one out here. Nope. Oh, give me a second. Yeah, as I was saying, you know, it has 5 of these discs right here. Arrow points which way you gotta, you know, face it to shoot out that channel right there. You just load that up in here like so, and it just sits in there, and by pulling this you can shoot out those. I'm not going to shoot it out on here, but yeah, this is the Scourge, and oh, look at how fantastic that is. All that chrome, it's just, I love this. That teal and the black, that metallic teal color with the black. It's just, the only thing I was disappointed in is they didn't chrome these stacks. You know, that was the only thing I was disappointed in this entire toy. Otherwise, I loved it. I loved it. Still do. And, you know, this is a pretty good, you know, start. This is a pretty good start. So, there you go. I spent too long doing this comparison. Got one more comparison to go. Let's get this out of here. And we'll go ahead and take off the trailer real quick and do another comparison, get rid of that, and we'll set him over here, and we will bring in the Generations iteration of this toy. And there you go with each other. And yeah, so it's longer and taller. So the toy, the robot mode, you'll see that later on, is taller than this, if I remember. I may not remember, because I don't like transforming this toy anymore. I'm worried about some of these joints lasting and breaking, so, you know, I don't much transform them anymore. This one's obviously been upgraded with Toy Hacks labels, so that's why it may look different than the standard version. Now, one thing I will say, let's just get this out of the way. One of the disappointing things is that is a G1 Autobot symbol. This is supposed to be a Generation 2 Laser Optimus Prime homage, okay? So why is it a Generation 1 logo on there? It should look like that. Alright, that's the Generation 2 Autobot symbol. That's what should have been on here. Alright? Even if it was just a silver version of that, it should have been that right there. So, a little disappointing, but, you know, that's... The first thing I noticed when I pulled this out of the box and transformed him, I was like, what is that doing there? And they didn't put it on either side, which is fine, I guess. I guess, but really, it should have been the Generation 2 logo. I know I shouldn't be so upset about such a little thing, but I am. But I am. So anyway, yeah. I gotta say that this toy has a unique and complicated transformation for its time, and I love it because of that. But I gotta say, I still prefer the way this looks in some ways, or I should say the articulation works in this better than that. We'll get around to that. Anyway, moving right along. So this is the tractor portion of the tractor trailer set, and yeah, looks pretty good. You get a port there, port there, port up there, port there, port there, port there, and that port over there. Pretty cool. Now, one thing is this. I love this molded detail. They didn't have to add it there, But what that was on the original toy, let me grab him real quick. So on the original toy, this was a button. Focus. This was a button, okay, this square part. And although the Scourge didn't necessarily share it, it does still have, there is the battery compartment, right, for the battery, and this is the button you press to make the lights and sounds. So, yeah, so they didn't have to add this little detail, and yet there it is. So that's pretty cool, and they turned it into a 5mm port there instead of a button. They kind of homaged that with some detail back here, but, you know, still pretty cool all in all that they even included that. And by the way, there's a quick comparison in their, whoops, and I bumped my camera, in their respective alt mode, just without the trailer. Yeah, I still love this thing so much. It's one of my all-time favorite top 10 Transformers toys is this guy right here. I love Scourge. So, but yeah, there they are side by side. He's of course longer and taller. We'll get him out of the way. Focus more on that, and I really dig it. I really dig it. So once again, yeah. So just those little details, I like it. You got some silver up here. You got yellow around those lights. Clear blue plastic there. Clear blue plastic there. I would like those air tanks to be chrome, honestly. I'd like these tanks to be chrome too. So, you know, hey, that's something I may do later myself. So, and as you'll see, this is new molded detail here on the legs. If you look at the Earthrise mold, you can see the difference there. So that's different right off the bat. They share some similarities, but like this part here is definitely new mold. So that is new molded detail right there. There's the bottom of the vehicles. I keep pressing those tanks in. And that's another thing that I was hoping they would fix on this version, is these tanks clip in when you fold them in. They tab in really well, but nothing to keep them up. So, I mean, you just press them and they close. There should be like a soft tab to keep those out. They didn't. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, this right here bugs me. This is another complaint. This bugs me. Here it's nice and sealed up. And then they did this with this version. It's like, what the heck? It even costs more money. And I'm not going to get into that. The point is, here it is open. You do have 4 ports there for some reason. But here it's closed up. I would have preferred closed up, honestly. So, we'll move on from that. We'll move on. And, yeah, I dig it. I dig it a lot. I dig it a lot. I do. Overall, I dig it. Despite its problems, I dig it. Take a quick look at the trailer. Here is the trailer. Back off just a hair. There we go. Here is the trailer. Gray plastic, red paint. All this right here is red paint. Silver paint on there. So that's the only paint you get on this trailer. Is that. Even inside it, we'll take a look at there. Red there for that. Black. Black across the top. This is an accessory. You can remove it. We'll see more of that in the tower mode. There's the back. Lots of molded detail back there. And this is probably one of the only times I am going to pick up a Toy Hacks. I normally don't buy Toy. Look, great company. Fantastic customer service. They do fantastic work, okay? I am not knocking them in the slightest. But I don't normally buy from them. In this case, I'm hoping, you know, we'll get something to cover those little, you know, ports there. The Optimus Prime logo that was on the original trailer. You know, maybe some details here. Some lights and some other details, like where a license plate that says, you know, Optimus Prime somewhere on here, if they can fit it in there. So, you know, yeah, some details maybe down in here. But anyway, this is the trailer. And you can, via that port right there in the middle, boom, hook this trailer up, just like that. And, you know, he doesn't have a deep turning radius because of the arms here, but, you know, it works. It will also work on the Earthrise as well. Once you get the gun out of there, I always forget that gun. Come out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Come on, there we go. And you can stick it in there, and there you go. And he doesn't have much of a turning radius at all, but he can pull it right along. So, yeah. By the same token, get that out of there. You can attach the Earthrise trailer to him, and boom, there you go. So, yeah. You can have that going on if you wish. So, there you go. And again, like I said, I told you the measurements earlier. This is, of course, slightly longer than this. This is only slight. This weighs a couple of grams more than this does. So that tells you something, some more facts for you right there. That's kind of disappointing. Anyway, back to the trailer at hand here. All you're going to do is open this up, upwards. Now, on the original, I'll show you. Well, I won't show you the original trailer with Scourge, but it opens down. This opens up, right? Then you take this, fold it up like that. Go ahead and fold out this claw. And what you're going to do is split it apart, which reveals some more accessories. Stand it up, fold that ramp down. On this joint here, fold this around. Take this, fold this around like this. And then you're going to see a channel right in there where this will sit, just like so. And then you have his whole armature thing going on. This cannon you fold up and it will rotate all around. And it is an accessory as well. You can pull it off there. And you can, you know, stick it on the top of the truck if you wish. So you can have that going on. It's sort of an homage to, you know, the G2 Laser Prime cannon. This is the one that came with Scourge, so it's sort of an homage, but not really. At least it's a double cannon, but, you know, it doesn't have the same molded detail. It shares nothing with this one. All right, so, but still, it is an accessory. You can take it off and you can stick it in various places. So there is that. So moving right along, yeah, let's get him out of the way again. You can also store, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 ports on either side, 4 on either side to make a total of 8. You can store the axe in here and the sword in here as well. The tabs right there and there, and right there and there for the sword. This slot and this slot, I should say, slots for the axe. And so this is the sword. Take a quick look at that. Made of clear blue plastic. I like that idea since the original was, you know, also clear plastic. Pretty good. Some people don't like clear plastic, but the original had it. Now this didn't come with the original. This is an axe. You do have a 5mm port on the inside, other side of that, along with some various tabs right there. And you, of course, if you want, you can stick, I'm not sure why you'd want to, but hey, use your imagination. You can, you know, stick something in that port. And there you have a blaster with an axe. Why not? But this is the axe. Doesn't, nice molded details. And of course, using that slot right there, the hilt of the sword, which has this little tab. And at first I thought this tab was useless. I was going to cut it off, but now I know why it's there. It's for this channel here. It is to lock in. You're going to see right there. You're going to see that. Boom. And you can already see. Look at that right there. That already happened. And some stress marks going on. So I don't like that. But what you're supposed to do is you're going to stick this in there. And that tab is supposed to stop it from going any further. And there you go. You have this whole weapon you can use, which is pretty cool. I mean, so once again, like, you know, like the original toy, they're giving us clear plastic. Although this is a bit more flimsy. Here's the Scourge's clear red sword. So, you know, it, you know, sort of looks similar. Sort of looks similar. Pretty cool all in all. But this is Scourge's. So, you know, you can sort, he has a 5mm port. This one has a 5mm port, so, you know, you can use it with this guy if you want. Boom, there you go. You know, use this as a, you know, some sort of energon tower, you know, flame or something coming out of it. You know, hey, why not? Why not? Likewise, you can, not via these pegs right here and right here, but with that you can kind of muggle it in there. You know, I guess. Nope, it just falls down. Okay, never mind. So, but you can, you know, use weaponizers like Slammer or something, you know, arm him all up via those slots. This is removable as well. So if you want to move that, like, say, over here or something, you could do that. You can also, you know, keep this tower folded out and use it as sort of a repair station like you have on the Earthrise trailer. Stick that back in there, you know, so you have that going on. So, you know, you can have your bots being fixed by it or something. That's, you know, totally up to you. Something you want to do, you can do it. And let's move all these accessories out of the way for now. There we go. We got rid of them. And yeah, so, you know, you can have that going on if you wish. And I keep bumping my camera, and I apologize deeply for that. It's just, ugh. But yeah, so that is the trailer. And now you've seen the transformation. So, you know, we're just going to move on from there to the robot mode of this. And I'm not going to show the transformation. Yeah, I'm not going to. Well, you know what? If I wasn't, it comes packaged in robot mode. So, or no, it comes back. I forget how it comes packaged in. All right. So, but I'm not going to do the transformation. Transformations are getting tiresome on this channel, I'm telling you. So anyway, I'll be right back because it's already been 20 minutes and we haven't even talked about the robot yet. All right, and here he is in his robot mode, and he looks pretty good. I dig him. I dig him a lot. I really, really do. He looks pretty good. I have a few issues with this robot mode, and well, let's just get into it. Got a nice head sculpt, but look at how dead those eyes are. Check that out. I mean, they're blue, but they're dead because they're, you know, so far inset into his head. They're just completely dead eyes. I mean, so, you know, it's crazy. Let's see if I can, you know, shine a little more light on that. Look at that. So, just completely dead eyes, and I'm sorry I hit that again, but yeah, it's crazy. So just completely dead, lost in all the blue. So, you know, I would have liked, you know, again, maybe with Toy Hacks, you know, they'll give us some nice light metallic blue eyes or something to go there, but otherwise, you know, it is what it is. Another complaint of mine has to deal with the head. 3 problems actually is, 1, it sits so far back away from the chip. I mean, look at how far back that sits. Yeah, they should have had like a sliding mechanism to allow you to move that forward a bit. Another problem I have, maybe it's just my copy, is you turn the head, it comes right off. And it's just a problem with the ball joint. That's all it really is. There's just a problem with that ball joint. I'm going to have to smooth it out, you know, get rid of any flashing or whatever is on there that makes that happen. But on my copy anyway, the head pops right off, but it does swivel all the way around. If I keep it on there, it does swivel all the way around. Not a lot of play on the head whatsoever. So, you know, I guess, yeah, just not a lot of play on it, which is sad. But you do get the swivel. On the original copy, these moved with the arms, so I don't like the way they did this here. You have a flap which gets it out of the way for an arm forward, but then you have no articulation in the elbow. Well, some slight, but that's it. So that's a little limiting. You know, for, you know, hugely dynamic posing, that's going to be a problem. You do get some, whoops, if it always comes untabbed, you do get some out on that joint. It's a soft ratchet, so it's a universal joint. But, you know, there again, I wish the whole arm would move, and this was, you know, attached to this bit here, like on the original. I'll show you how that looks here in a second. But yeah, you do get a bicep swivel, you do get an elbow, and the wrists do rotate. So on mine they're pretty loose, but that's okay. You do get a waist swivel on that. Again, that's okay. Nice molded detail, as you can see throughout there. Pretty cool. I dig it a lot. And moving back down, there are the legs. Again, you have a waist swivel. Legs will kick forward that far. You can swing them back that far. They do go out to the side on a tension universal. So you get that. You get a slightly over 90-degree bend on that knee. They attempted to cover it down there, which is okay. You know what? I forgot. Fold these down. I always forget that. Always forget that step. So anyway, you're supposed to fold those down. Where was I? There's the knee. You do get a swivel right there for that thigh. Pretty cool. You have a toe tilt down, heel tilt down, in case you need it. No up, really. And you get a nice deep rocker. So pretty common for this type of prime. Again, it utilizes, you know, pretty much the Earthrise mold here. Or, you know, Siege, Earthrise, Kingdom, whatever, prime mold, insert prime mold there from the waist down. Otherwise, it's pretty much a new mold. It really is pretty much just a new mold, especially up here. And nothing is similar to the Earthrise mold. So, yeah, quick comparisons. We'll set him over there. Here is the Earthrise Optimus Prime mold. Pretty cool. I dig it a lot. I really do. Or is this the Netflix one? I can't remember. But at any rate, there you go. And he is, you know, of course, taller, but with all these, you know, big shoulder pads there. But yeah, there that is. Move him off to the side. And we will bring in the granddaddy. There we go. There is with the Scourge. Get up there. Shoulder. That is with the Scourge. So there you go. You can see that. And yeah. Swing out these arms. There you go. So yeah, he's of course taller. The original is somewhat taller. I love the look of this thing. I love that metallic teals. The blacks, grays, and it just works so well together, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I mean, I hope the repaint they do, the Scourge repaint, I know we're going to get one, will look this good. But, again, I do like the way they do handle the arms and the shoulders better on the original than this one. Because, check this out. So you have this whole thing that swings out the arm joint rather than swinging out from under this. You get that way. So I like the way aesthetically, for me anyway, it's subjective, I know. You may like this, that way they handle this better, but I like the way this looks so much better than, you know, this, because you don't get the same range of motion. I mean, look at that. So, you know, I like the way that it handles so much better. And again, with that forward on that arm, you get the forward. Look at that. I mean, you have to move that thing out of the way. Whereas this, you know, you get all the way forward, and of course you move the shoulder joint. You get, you know, the head can actually see what's going on beside him, and this guy, he couldn't see what's going on past the shoulder pauldrons. He couldn't see past that, you know. Yeah, I like the way they handled it in the original a little bit better, but that's just me. But as far as the rest, he has much better articulation, a range of articulation than he does. For example, the wrist swivel, he's got none. The foot articulation, he's got back. that's it, back. He does have a knee, you know, which is fantastic, and I love the ratcheted joints there. So, you know, there's just some things this upper body, this handled it much better than this does as far as articulation goes. As far as looks wise, I think this looks fantastic. So anyway, let's move on. And of course, you can give him his accessories. You know, he can hold this in his hand and have a big sword going on. And, you know, he can have this in his hand and have a blaster. So, you know, you can arm him up pretty well. So I dig that. I dig that a lot. Of course, you know, if you want to, you know, you can give him the G1 Prime gun type gun too as well. You do, again, have ports up here on those shoulders, there on the side, there on his back. Those 4 ports right there, I'm not sure what good they will do you, and 4 ports on his feet, right there and there. So, you know, you do have many ports you could use, and as a bonus, they did something that was pretty cool, that was not on the original toy. These are flip-up panels. You flip those up to reveal nice missile ports. That's pretty cool. I dig that. So not only do you have these weapons there, but you can flip those up and now have missiles too. So I like that. I do like that. And they painted it silver. They didn't have to do that. So I think that works. One more thing to talk about before we go, and that is you lift up this panel. It just pegs in right there and there. And you have that nice, and it is a pain in the tuchus to get out. And there we go. You do have this matrix, which is not the same as the one we've had previously in the lines. Come on, focus. There we go. And it's pretty cool. Again, it is not the same. Just for comparison's sake, we will real quick open this up, and you can screw it. I have a hard time getting those out. As you can see, they are not the same. So, you know, they are not the same mold. Yeah, not the same mold at all. Anyway, enough about that. This has been my look at the Transformers Legacy Leader Class Laser Optimus Prime, and I really, let me set that back in there or I lose it. But again, pretty cool. I dig it. Get that back. Nice molded detail in there as well. Check that out. So pretty cool, and again, it just pegs in. So, and I didn't put it back in there. Boom. Boom. And you can see that through his chest there. Nice blue right there. So I dig that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out my playlist. Please hit that like. Please comment. And subscribe if you're not already. If you have the means to do so and you would like to, please click the Patreon link below. Join my Patreon. Really, all of that. The liking, the commenting, the subscribing, the Patreon, all helps my channel grow. And I'm hoping to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year. I'm not sure I'm going to do it. I barely reached 400 at this point. So I would just really like to see my channel grow. I see the success of others, and as much as I love that they are so successful, here I am. I started around the, same time, and people are just so in kind of, yay. I want to grow as well. So please do all that stuff to help me grow. And above everything else, be good to each other. One more quick thing to talk about. I just want to give a quick shout out to good friend of the channel, good friend all around, Raw Talk, Eric. Great guy. Make sure you go visit his website. This is his website right there, which is toyfiendcult.com. You see the link there. This is his card. Pretty cool. Here, whoops, the other way around. There is some other toys, comics, apparel, pop culture, cool shit. Toy Fiend Cult, toyfiendcult.com. There is his card. So, yeah, make sure you go check out his stuff.